Chopper anchoring B and Zontics hanging out in Temple on the A side of things. The Mongols come through with one set of util. What have they got?
And it's looking pretty standard right about now. Just going to go ahead and smoke off middle to allow a bit of presence over here. They actually decide to not bother. And this is because Senzu hasn't heard nor seen anything, so he just walks it dry. That smoke is still in the back pocket for later. But when you don't see anyone mid, there's going to be pressure elsewhere. And it's on the extremities that can be found. A push through main and a push down ramp over towards B. Sees the Mongols left with only this mid control. They're going to take it through into the donut. But Big Donk is already here to poke more holes on the Mongols as they come out through donut into the A site.
Flashes blind as tees as they try and spill through donut. They can't even get into the bomb site yet. 3 players holding the cross. Zontics takes contact, Chopper and Donk swing, and everyone gets eviscerated. All par for the course for Team Spirit. It's Zontics with 3 off the Julies. I love that call for Spirit. They leave mid completely open, knowing there'll be a bit of a timid T side for Mongols. And no matter where Mongols go, even if it's B or A, both bomb sites are getting pushed by dual Berettas as the first contact. And we know just how good these double pistols can be.
Yeah, and I'm going to level with everyone watching along at home, right?
Yeah.
And this is something that you probably shouldn't do as someone trying to generate some excitement for the game. The Mongols probably aren't going to win this map. And what I'll say is, let's all take it as an exercise of seeing just how sick this Team Spirit squad can be before they embark onto that run into the group stage.
That doesn't make this game any less exciting for me. I watched back that 13-0 yesterday, and I was just kind of outstanding. And if you watch it as well, you will see how many kills Magic's got through smokes, through that B door. I don't think he saw many opponents in that matchup. So Mongols show face towards B door, but they get double smoked and they reset. I like this call. It's only a little Deagle eco, but Chopper is being very mobile with full B control. He can go and supplement the A site with Zontics. He's even just playing dualies in round 2, but shouldn't have too many difficulties here, except the Deagles. And there's a couple of strong aimers on Mongols. It's not like this team aren't here for a reason, but Chopper's coming for you, and he's taking names, tapping 2, go for a 3rd, and lovely work for the captain. That's more than you can ask for. This round is dead in the water.
I cannot believe he gets out with 3 there. That's crazy. Senzu's Deagle is keen for some blood, but it's only going to claim the lives of 2. And one of those being the dualies. This isn't really the worst case scenario for Spirit. They can afford to stomach a few early losses here. As now they reinvest, Shiro is going to bring out that AWP immediately.
Damn right. Straight to the mid side for the Mongols. They're going for an A execute out of the gate. And when there's an AWP in Temple, this couldn't be better for Shiro. He's going to get shadow advantage. He's going to be able to be very safe in this position and hopefully take a couple down with him. Nice, a quick reaction on the first. The flashes are good though, but Donk has covered the smoke and he even started here. So he is in the perfect position. There are nades out. They don't know what they're walking into. Bomb is at least back in main, but Blitz has lost his gun somehow. And Shiro still sits here waiting for the cross to big box. There's loads of time on the bright side, so they don't have to commit, but 9-10 tries to, and Donk removes him, leaving just the bomb.
Ooh, awkward timing for Chopper there. And so that has given Blitz a potential way to make this round a little more interesting. Shiro's going to hold on to red, but that smoke obscuring any vision in mid. He's not keen to peek around it, doesn't want to get caught falling to this man in middle. Instead, him and Donk are going to regroup. Now hold on to the red room, but Blitz has taken a long way around here, all the way.
Oh, this is the worst when you watch back the demo and you realize like the room you're getting given and you don't want to, you know, he doesn't know. They could be anywhere. They could be double B for all he's concerned, and so Blitz will wait, hope to get an information play, but the longer this goes on, the more info Spirit do get. This might route them quickly into a cave flank for Donk. Shiro has A on lock. He knows at 20 seconds that no one's going to be coming out of mid, so Donk can start to set up towards B, giving him better timing to close this round. Blitz, he needs to plant now or never, and he might even just get spammed off of default. 12 seconds, there's the default plant, Donk with an opportunity, but element of surprise is even more powerful, and he can wait for Shiro if he wants. When does Donk wait though? As the walk comes to him, Spirit find a 3rd.
And I mean, he just takes that one as a given, dude. Playing it wide on the angle. Blitz goes walking right into him. He's still fearless. That's still keeping up appearances, isn't it? And I think, you know, that does reflect in how much info Spirit are able to get in a lot of these rounds. I think that's what makes them so hard to try and play against is they are always roaming the map. They are always sniffing out info, and Chopper's able to do a lot with that, right, from behind the scenes. He was obviously out of the round there in that 2v1, but he's still playing into it in terms of calling how everyone's moving around on those rotates. It gets pieced together very, very quickly and easily where that's looking to end up.
Like Mirage all over again. Donk solo swing mid. He takes full control. He's up heaven. No one's even watching his elbow smoke. He just has no fear that someone's coming through that. Meanwhile, Chopper's even out on a limb. They're not even down ramp, though. This is like almost not enough. It's just Chopper here. He has no support. And so that will be an opening kill for Senzu. Shiro holding the boost up gets his trade. And this could be worse for the Mongols. And it might be getting worse. They saw him.
Yeah, they have the molly to force him out as well.
He's in trouble.
He's got to swing with that.
Oh, he doesn't.
No one able to smoke it, and so he burns alive. Donk dead in mid. Magic's aggro's down the B ramp. Oh, he's blocked on Shiro, but he's going to get out.
Ow.
Shiro saves his life.
They don't know, but the bomb's right there. They're about to find out.
Oh, no. Shiro didn't see it. It's behind the box. It's behind the box. Did he see that?
I don't think
he did. But they are going to come to him. Scoped in, he sees them. And when you see Blitz coming back, now your mind turns, why are they coming this way? And now he's seen that bomb. For Team Spirit, the stars align there. All left on to Mazinho. He had a really rough time back on Mirage, so going to take a lot to try pull this one back in the 1v2. He at least has this one player isolated on the other side of the B doors. He's going to chase down Shiro, but will not be able to deal with him. It's a big round from that AWP as Shiro puts up 4.
Yeah, it just feels like it's on rails, right? Starts by holding B box, gets given the pick, and just continues to push down ramp and take space. You're going to see a lot of that for Spirit, taking back the lane control. Even though Chopper dies doing it alone, they just re-aggress later in the round, and Magic somehow survives despite getting blocked into that fight. It's looking so good for Spirit. It just feels like their reads off of Spawn are really nice. On the A-Rush, Donk started A. They had 3 there off quick rotate. Shiro was in Temple. That round, Donk solo mid. There was no one there to stop him, at least initially. And Shiro started B, so AWP again on the B bomb site. Donk in Donuts. And Mongols will meet him there.
Oh, good miss there on the opener. And that's going to lead to the downfall of Zontix. Oh dear, this is looking good for the Mongols. This should be them on the board with a round. They sit up in a 5v3. Team Spirit might justify hanging around for a moment, and they are given 1 kill here. Is that enough to tempt them back in for the retake? They lost A so convincingly, so that's the problem for them right now. There's a lot of clearing that's got to take place before they're even in a position to retake. Chopper deals with the first man, but will he clear the back of the donut?
What?
Oh, nearly gets it and does a lot of damage on his way out. For 9-10 and Blitz, this round is not safe, it's not secure yet. They've got to hold on. And 9-10's managed that inside of the site. For Magic's, this one is now a done deal. Team Spirit give it a try. They throw themselves in the 3-on-5, and even though they get it close, it's still a Mongols round at the end of the day. AWP even grandfathered forward for the Mongols as they save that out of the round. So a nice bit of money made, a nice bit of penny pinching there for the Mongols.
Yeah, nice overrun in Donut as well. Donk getting caught on his stutter stepping, and the Tech 9 can be very powerful. That spam, that quick headshot, 2 kills, and the fact that even Spirit are looking to win that round is crazy to me. Their whole economy was on the line in a 3-on-5 with no position, but they almost made it interesting. If Chopper finds that turnaround in Donut, that's probably theirs. Instead, it's actually Spirit calling out a tactical timeout, because they are the ones on the chopping block.
I mean, you can actually see like the frustration in how they lose that round, right? Their setup, they kind of had like a double mid setup early on with Shiro supporting over in red with the AWP, but the moment Donk took that mid control, Shiro rotated out over towards the B site so they could play 3B. And with that, like on a bit of a timer, you're going to want to try and push and prod the B lane and get some info back the other way. And so that's where the Mongols hit like this golden timing out through mid on Donk's reposition back in a donut. I wonder if he was ever meant to end up there. I wonder if he was meant to kind of hang around in middle and harass a little. But this one, Off to a far more commanding start. This is that lane control that we talk about, and they come in with it in spades.
Oh, it's close. Zontix gets the nade. It lands perfectly. But so do the shots. Mazzino finding another kill. And crucial at that, it gives Mongols space. This is the bomb going for it, though. Blitz knows he needs to turn back. That smoke will force some respect for now. Shiro has to reroute round the world. But this is still winnable. The kit is the issue, the lack of it. They take back main. Shiro gets spotted. And they're just dumping Util, trying to stall this one out. Shiro trying to delay his fight as he lets his team get closer and closer to this position. How is he still standing? Finally overwhelmed, and they won't be ready for the boost. Blitz might have one here for free, and that should be the round. Magic's no kit, both players ready to swing. Surely no chance in this 2-on-1. And they stall it, and they swing together. Oh, it's not easy, but it is a round, and Mongols will have to take them as they come.
Hey, that's fantastic, you know, like they're up against the Force Buy from Team Spirit. It gets off to a really good start. The lane control works wonders. They're feeling on top of the world for a moment. And so then it's this two-man push out through A into the solo A hold. Zontix left there alone. That's kind of as a consequence of having to dedicate so many players to B to wrestle for that early lane fight.
I love
and past that point, you know, they managed to shut him to post plant. They tee themselves up, and it's when they see Shiro on that flank, that's like the golden opportunity at that moment, right? They know they have this kind of one man in the back lines that they can flush out, return it to even odds, and then play the trade game out through main.
I love watching Spirit 3-2-1. They do it so much where both players are just ready to take the fight together. They did it on lane there. It's really annoying problem to deal with. Okay, how? It's just when you're ready to write the round off.
Surely it shouldn't get any more exciting than this, right? Yeah. That's what you tell yourself. You say, well, he's 1v3. He's only got a deagle. And he's even boxed in the bottom of mid, hanging around. Senzu will come in with the claws out and deal with Donk.
And we didn't see much from Senzu in the last map. We didn't see much from Mongols, but he is supposed to be the guy to look out for. He was the guy yesterday. He was him against Furia with a fantastic performance in that BO1 overtime game on Mirage. And yeah, 17 years old, akin to Donk in that sense. And the latest addition to this Mongols lineup that he's played very, very well. So back in Asia. So yeah, I'm excited to see maybe a little bit more from him today.
Another lane take here from the get-go. Team Spirit have really been trying to make this territory theirs. They threw the insta-double doors smoke from spawn, and now they lob over all this util. That molly for the close box locks players into an awkward fight at the ramp. You've got to play it wide when that molly comes in, and so that makes it nice and easy for the players pushing down Banana. Team Spirit have nabbed the early man advantage, and they've shut Mongols out of lane. Suddenly, you're free all across the map to start rotating players back around, knowing the real estate that you've just denied. And so they're going to supplement middle, and they're going to have slightly faster rotates if this one ends up over towards A.
Harassment is horrendous. It's just a masterclass of how to take back that B control. And Mongols can't even breathe in what is supposed to be their part of the map. 4-on-3, the jumping will stop as the AWP is seen out middle. And because the AWP's out middle, Donk will group with Zontix in A and re-aggress. They'll look for a kill elsewhere. This is a lovely mid-round move. They're going to find Mazzino on his own. He just ducks behind cover. I wonder if they saw
they should keep creeping this, right? With two players here, they want to try and nab as much info as they can, and we said that back on Mirage. From like the confidence of how everyone's performing, they want to roam the map. They want to have all the info they can as to where this play's ending up. And so the Mongols are going to try and get tricky with it in the 2v4. You have 9-10 kind of selling a bit of a fake over towards A. And even though this might draw some attention, in a 4v2 it doesn't have to draw everyone over. They'll still leave players over towards this B site. So really, you need a kill out at 9-10. And with that not coming through, this bomb plant should never even happen. Blitz should just get shut down. They're not fighting him now. They're just going to play off the info, and that molly, that bomb plant, that's all the info they need. Plant secured, sure, but no further than that as Magix runs him down after the fact.
It just shows how desperate Mongols are if they're going for those plays. I like it. You know, it's probably their best bet in a 2-on-4. Hope that Spirit, who do, you know, run to every kill they can, especially Dong, the 9-10 can fake. But the requirement is he gets a kill there. He has to do something to sell it. He did enough just by showing to make Magix play retake. So yay, Mongols get money, they get a plant, but you're never going to win that 1v4 in the middle of the site. Donk is just having
I love Donk's celebrations, bro. Like, they're so crazy. It's like real, like, psycho crackhead energy almost, you know?
Okay.
Like, that's how it's a lot of screaming, it's blood curdling. It gets under your skin, you imagine, if you're sat on the other side.
Yeah.
And so now a little pause for the Mongols.
I think they need it. Dude, even just that swing from Donk and Donut that round where 9-10's creeping out with the AWP and it just feels like you can't even react. Feels like it's not fair. But this is already a better game for Mongols in this map, but the problem is clear right now, and it's this B control. It's the lane take, sometimes instantaneous with Chopper swinging out cave, sometimes just 10 seconds delayed, right when you think, oh, we're comfortable, they mollied ramp, we've got control, and then they come for you. You can never get comfortable. Techno's smoking a molly early. He also just knows, yeah, there's a smoke. They can't kill me through that, right? Well, Magix will try his best. He almost did. That's a T-lurk smoke up the top of ramp, but usually scale with it, try get to default. Blocks long, but Chopper's still playing in cubby, so he sees it's only a bit of a fake. Mongols having to burn util early just to stop Spirit from running at them. At a certain point, you just want to play your own game. Will Spirit allow that? Shiro able to fall back after a shot. And Donk actually leaves this position right as Mongols get mid, so this is good for them, but this should still be an opener, and it's 9-10 who crouches in on great timing.
Yeah, Donk can hear them running in through Donut. He should try and flank this right now. He's got a good window to do so. Zontix, this is a nice protocol as well, kind of retaking main. Doesn't want to be left getting pincered off. Oh, timing is weird. He turns back around and flushes out Senzu. Now they know about the main man, but they can't devote all their attention to it. That's the problem. If you're all gazing at main, that leaves the sidelines open, and Chopper looks to move in and deliver. Nothing found for him. Blitz, this is wild, but I love it. Tries hounding down the main player. Instead, back out of that smoke like a demon. It's the 2v2. Donk arrives. Oh, missed shot from the AWP, and it's all left onto Techno. Zontix on the other side. Time is of the essence. He needs this kill, and the AWP delivers for Techno 4K.
Bloody hell, just these peaks, man. I don't even if Mongols win the round, it's at what cost? They can't get any comfortable rounds. They have to squeeze them through in post-plants. Nice shots from Techno to close. And that's after Mongols lose all their control in the post-plant. Impressive that they even convert that round, having their main player found so early. Despite that opening kill, all they had is Donut, and it's what wins them their round. Spirit using their second of 3 regulation timeouts, and Donk getting a talking to. Despite some great shooting, Mongols are still in this game, very much so. Something to be said for that, especially when you take into account how dominant Mirage was. I want a compilation of people getting peaked by Donk. That's what I want, especially AWPers, because we watched 2 9-10 rounds where he holds Donk and he just gets obliterated.
This is like seeming to be a bit of a go-to is if they're having too much trouble over in mid, they really just want to pressure this lane early. Even now, they're not going to commit necessarily to taking it, right? They don't have as much manpower as they have in rounds gone by, but they've lobbed in all the util to signal we were going to try. And so that slows the Mongols down, and it keeps them out of heaven. It keeps them out of being able to wrap onto mid super easy.
Well, look at the adaptation. Mongols throw a top ramp smoke, not even a Molotov, because you can get fought through it, you can get smoked on it. No, they go and hold the smoke immediately. They also smoke the cubby molly. So they box themselves into lane, but it guarantees the Spirit aren't going to come their way for a moment.
This is a really nice way for the round to have started, though, for the Mongols. Oh, Donk out through heaven. Got to get the reload off, but that's where Chopper slides in and lends a helping hand. Once again, Team Spirit have won the lane fight, but that's never been the problem. The problem's been over here on A, and Shiro is looking to be the answer to that problem right now. Volleyed out from the back of the site. Donk swings on out wide. I don't know how he's there, but he is. He's kind of TPing around the map.
Fast travel. And yeah, you're just trying to play smoke and mirrors now. 9-10 does get out, but by the time he's going to make it to B, they'll be considering this fact. Chopper already peeling. 9-10 gonna late recommit to A. Doesn't know it, but a bomb plot is available if Shiro has a modicum of respect. 9-10. Oh, scopes in the sights. Shiro now can set up to just deny this plant. Fate comes in, and he just one-taps him with a P2K. Spirit stop it in its tracks again. Shiro doesn't let them take A, and Donk is teleporting, as you said. That was crazy, though. I mean, I guess it's because Chopper just clears doors with the MP9. But seemingly seconds after this kill here in Heaven, he swings through the donut smoke.
Yeah, you know, I think like that's what, in terms of like just the raw fundamentals of where he should be and when he should be there, Donk is so fast. And that's why it feels this way, right? Like the moment Chopper's even pushed down the ramp and gets that kill, he wastes no time hanging around. He doesn't wait and see if there's a player coming at elbow. The rotate's immediate in towards donut. Got a great read on how this is playing out, but Shiro will get tested in this round. Flash out through main, and these pistols are getting closer. Donk on the spam, trying to lend a helping hand, but the A site's given over. The plant will be allowed here. You're going to be left in the retake. 5v5 for Team Spirit.
This is a very hard round to win for Spirit compared to some of the options they've had. Good flash, aggressive into CT, but there's cover, there's players turned away. They still equalize. A gun picked up. Mizzino has to be the hero here, and finding that donut player on his own could be a way back in. Chopper not given anything yet. They're going to get a smoke down. That's a problem. The rifle's gone. The Deagle must respond, and every shot connects for Spirit. Senzu with a backstab. They're on the bomb. He gets them off, but they win the round. Oh, what a disaster. 4 kills from the Sensation, but it's still a Spirit defuse in the smoke.
That is devastating. Senzu thought he had it. He had the wall over their eyes. They had no idea where he was. He's pitched up perfectly for the 1v4, and he delivers every single kill. That's what makes it even more heartbreaking here. It's just a millisecond too late. And so Spirit have already robbed the round, but there's no denying that is the picture-perfect attempt at winning that 1v4 clutch.
Literally could not be closer.
Donk dead early on in middle. He has had a few struggles over towards the donut. Only the one and done to open up this round. And so now the Mongols, they kind of slow it down a bit. They haven't been fought at lane. The mid-fight didn't pan out. They deal with Chopper 1-for-1, and sure, he has an MP9, he's just taking a rifle out of the round. Chopper feels kind of okay with it, but the problems are still for Spirit here. They're going to group up, try to clear out middle. Once again, gathering that info, right? Trying to figure out where the Mongols reside. But 9-10 has complicated this matter, and the trade hasn't come through. Magix is not able to deliver on that, and so suddenly it's all on Shiro.
Last round of the half, he's got no kit, but he's going to go for it. They haven't got the bomb, but space has been taken. Shiro must be aware that this is a possibility, and if Senzu goes further, a shadow will give it away. He's just going straight up for the fight. Shiro, oh, knife out, gets caught, and Senzu ready to shut out this half with another kill. He can't find it. Shiro with great timing into the site. He has Blitz boxed in right now. Nowhere to go. Blitz stays behind the pillar and looks to try and be the guy peeking in. Shiro stepping closer, and he finds the clutch. That's another round for Spirit at the end of the half as they find a 1v2 to top it all off.
Thrown off a mid fake, so dropping a smoke over at the B bomb site doesn't allow them to use that kind of pressure and attention towards middle.
All right, VP. They've got a nice little execute planned here. Molotov's landing in position, actually burn Snacks. Sound cue should be made. Snacks actually gets away with one. I thought he was about to get taken out without anything going his way. The Paul fortunate to grab one on the XM, and now that plant coming in. Norbert locking in the digits, no issue for him. Spam through the smoke. Volt had a good lineup and gets the kill after the fact of the plant. So JM heads towards the back of New Box. And this is a position inside of this map where he does so much work. Some of the most devastating moments in his career that he's dished out to others come from this spot. And maybe in a 2v4, he could do it again. Yet to get a kill, but there's his first. Strikes to the chest of Kios. There could be another one here for Jame, and it's a second kill on Isaac. Pulls out the P250, and Jame is absolutely godlike towards Dark.
Well, there it is. We've had both of the bomb sites shown how difficult they can be to retake. This one, a 4-on-2, and Jame gets all 4. Shuts them down with perfect positioning. This is wonderful. And the op just sliding out. Such a tough angle to deal with against one of the best oppers in the world, a pistol whip as well. Oh, it's beautiful.
I just could see it happening. You know, once he gets into a good position, you know he has the skill behind him to get away with a play like that, and he does it. That's going to be so frustrating for Gamer Legion now, Jason. That's 2 retakes that have gone against him when they had significant numbers advantage.
That's a 2-on-4, I should say, one at the B bomb site, and a 3v5, one at the A bomb site.
Timeout used for VP2 would just let them stew in that one, really realize what's just happened. Oh, it's rough here for Gamer Legion because it's not like you can bounce back with a good buy immediately, right? You're going down to a sort of half-buy scenario again. You're going to see MP9s, you're going to see Mag 7s in here. It's not looking good.
It's frustrating too because it's like it's not like you're getting outplayed. Gamer Legion played that round just fine. I mean, you put yourself in these advantages in these 2 rounds, like you're happy with that, and then just not able to close them out. B defense was solid that round in a 4-on-2, and just Jame destroys you. Deep mid smoke for a push in towards ult. This is a tricky position. You can't really check and clear it. You won't see Volt coming around that corner initially.
This is a game that might just end up being defined by milliseconds. If Senzu, the Sensation, had been able to find that 1v4, this very well could have been an even half. But after that, going the way of Spirit, they're able to win out that first half 8-4, and now they sit with a commanding lead over the Mongols. As a reminder, they're 1 map win away from locking in a group stage appearance, and that's exactly what this team wants. They are hungry, they are fired up, and they're putting their hearts into the server right now.
And there may be nothing to stop them. The Mongols will have to try. Double A main swing with USPs. And they go 1-for-1 with Donk dead. I'd say that's a trade worthy. But will it suck the wind out of this rush for Team Spirit? They're going to go back for it, just a little bit delayed. CT smoke's already in. They're going cold, and you can see Mongols start to realize, oh, this must be a fake. They re-aggress in middle, they leave just 9-10, and then the second volley of attack comes. It's only 9-10 here with his team smoked off. He waits for a flash. It's a good one, but Chopper covered, does repeat back in. It's Senzu back site dead as well. And yeah, this round's absolutely butchered.
The thing that hurts even more here as Techno tries to embark on this little 1v4 is that the Mongols actually had like everything right. They double push main early, they get the info. They even had Techno push down B ramp so they knew it wasn't B. And even with all the info going their way and all the players in the right place, they still get churned up here.
Just some fantastic shooting, and yeah, the depth of this team's firepower is not just relegated to 1 man. It's Shiro leading in that round, 14-5, Donk 16-10. And we've seen just how much assault Magix and Chopper push towards that B bomb site in the first half as well.
Yeah, you know, I mean, this round is like an example of the plan doesn't matter when you get punched in the face, you know, like that is it. Like they had the info, it couldn't be B. They cleared middle. They knew exactly where that was ending up. And even in spite of that, it's not enough to put a stop to Team Spirit there.
Let's see if this T-side has any respect, right? Obviously not in a round like this you expect a full eco, and that's exactly what Mongols have given you. So a chance to farm, make this quick and easy, clearing corners, avoiding Zeus's and P250s, and just working the ramp with rifles. So Spirit playing it by the books, and this should be... Ooh.
Nice little double dink out of Senzu, right? Can he get any more? No, he is a dead man. And justifiably so, honestly.
It's all about the next round.
We all like a USP round here and there.
Do we? If I'm on the T side, sure.
Chopper still just keeping everyone drilled in. Doesn't want to let this get any closer than it has to. I think, you know, there have been more rounds in this one. This is like the most tested we've seen Team Spirit be, hands down, right? The Mongols have bought a good game plan in today, and I think the recovery of someone like Mazzinho, who is like completely absent a little bit more. You've had these glimmers of hope as well from Senzu. And so Chopper doesn't want to let this get any closer than it has to. 9-10, run boosted up onto the ledge in mid to peek down the lane. This play is kind of all about the timing that he gets, right? And so that flash hitting him was a bit of a problem. He'll just have to up and leave mid now.
I love the late mid pop. It's, of course, well read by Mongols. They pull out just before the flashes land. So it's up to the orb that is currently unsmoked in the red room, waiting to deliver some death. Blitz looking hungry. He'll go hunting, taking one. Then the orb comes out with a second. Good start, but a response is there, and it's swift and brutal. Donk with a headshot. 4 on 3. They can leave middle. The bomb is here. It'd be dangerous to lose it out in the open. Magic's even falling off of heaven, so he might just be the lurker in mid as Donk resets with Zontix for an A hit. You mentioned Mazzinho. It's all on him right now. Blitz has to not screw the pooch here in Donut. He has to keep his eyes on that smoke because Magix is coming through delayed.
Oh, the reposition's good. No one was actually looking at that swing out from behind the boxes, and so that's cleanly done from the Mongols. As you know, just getting into position in time, enough that they kind of felt like they'd done enough to nullify the box position on those wider swings out through main. And so now, last timeout used for Team Spirit.
Say what you want, but you know, Mongols have burnt all 3 timeouts out of Spirit, right? They've definitely, it's not always gone to plan. We've seen rounds where Don goes 1 for 1 in Donut, or some of these A rounds, for example, on the first half where Mongols were getting great control and decent post plants. We'll see what Spirit want to do off the back of this pause. They want to pick up the pace. And I'm excited to see, because I know this is a very polarizing word, but I think Chopper is such an underrated in-game leader. Obviously, that probably won't hold for long, but when you do consider his career and the 7 majors he's attended and the depth that he's run in the last, 2 of the last 3 majors, Rio, of course, and Antwerp, like, he's done that with very little, with unproven pieces. And obviously, this is the best roster he's ever had, it seems, but still think his old accomplishments are not touted as high.
Oh,
We've got a B-Rush.
B-Rush, running it back on a B play, and not great results. It is an utter shutdown here. Chopper tries a bit of a classic.
That is a classic.
And it does not go well for Team Spirit. See, the reason why I think this is so exciting now is for the first time here in Katowice, we're actually going to see Team Spirit under pressure. And so that there is where we really get a test of their mettle, right? As you mentioned, you touched upon all the pauses being called out, but there's none of those left now. There's no chances to calm the nerves. We haven't even seen them break a sweat so far in the competition. And so what happens when there is more fight left in your opponent? What happens when they do have that little extra 10% that they're able to kick it up a gear into? Will Team Spirit crumble, or will they be able to bring themselves back into this and walk it over the line?
Because you get to a certain point where it's not even about the rounds you're playing and the strats you're calling, it's about the resilience, it's about the mentality, and can Spirit hold together when times are tough? These are some of the questions that we have yet to have answered at LAN play. So when I say Chopper is underrated, I don't even necessarily mean his style of calling, more his ability to get a team together and make it gel and accomplish things. Not necessarily the deepest playbook in the world, and certainly known for gimmicks years ago, 2017, 2018, but this is, I agree, Harry, this is a proving point now for Spirit, where the Mongols have solidified themselves in the second half. Back-to-back rounds, a full eco here. Let's see if the Mongols can make something of this.
Oh, Techno mauling dealt out over in the cave. And there's still so many more here. Like, you shouldn't get through this ever.
Ooh, nice.
And they just hound down Zontix as he tries to recover the AK. So that gap is really closing between these two squads now. The pressure is on Team Spirit, and you know I don't think you can doubt Chopper. I don't think he would ever be the issue here. He's very experienced.
Yeah.
I think it's as you look down the line, right? It's kind of keeping everyone else together, right? And up until now, you've kind of been in this flow state. Everything's been working. You've never had to worry about, you know, you're not going according to plan because it's only going according to plan. And you played with the confidence that you can win every single gunfight. And these last few rounds have showed us that that's not the case right now. And so how good is your floor? How good is the plan B? Are you able to keep these nerves in checks as you can feel the map getting away from you? Donk opens, and so he does want to throw his name into the hat as someone capable of dealing with this pressure. He's secured that early 5v4.
He just ran through the mid-smoke and finds a kill with no support or util. It's a nice spam for Techno, though. Known for great spray control, at least in Global Offensive. See if that holds true in CS2. It has looked solid. Gets his wallbang to B. Team Spirit wait for a kill in middle. Mazzino would be wise not to give them the satisfaction. But information is valuable. He wants to know what's cooking. Smoke will deny that. And they climb back up heaven. Techno committed in this position. Live or die by the cave. Can he get out? He's been given a chance, but he won't take it. He wants to fight for this spot. As they go sending, he goes 1-for-1. Huge trade for Donk. Molly is going to force Senzu back out in the bomb site. They've got info as well, but they weren't ready to pounce on ramp. That spot comes in for Chopper, and Senzu knows everyone is here.
Yeah, they're going to start pulling around 9-10 as well, but these players in the site have got to be able to withstand the hit. Senzu needed something from him there, and Chopper will cut him down before he's even able to have a say. 9-10 is too far removed, and with the AWP, doesn't want to give this one a go. And so Team Spirit successfully break on through this little streak, this 3-round streak that the Mongols have embarked upon.
That's a nice methodical round for Team Spirit. They don't jump the gun. They let Donk get his mid-pick. And then they slowly group for a B hit after denying mid-information with that red smoke. Not convoluted, but well communicated. Kills traded. It's a perfect round for Spirit.
Oh, they're just going to miss getting this AWP out of the round. They would have been able to buy one anyway with the Mongols, so it's not like it would have been the end of the world even if they did. But a big step in the right direction for Team Spirit. And you're dead on, right? One of the things you said there was like a good kind of slower, more methodical round, right? They go back to something that's a little more slow burning. It gives Chopper a little more time as well to orchestrate the grand plan of the round. The Mongols managed to get 3 in a row just now, and that's what gave us any glimmer of hope. But they've been knocked back. They've been pushed back. So now we have to see if this timeout is enough to cook up some solutions to the Spirit problem. An exorcism will be needed.
Can these warriors slay the dragon? Remains to be seen. Certainly more competitive in this map than you could have expected, given how dominant Mirage was.
We're definitely going to see some play for some control early here. I don't think they liked the fact that Donk was allowed to get so much room in mid in the last round. And so I imagine that's almost what the pause there was to talk about. There was this early 2-man play out through red, and now they've exerted a bit of control over mid. Now they might just leave Blitz here solo once Mazzino's done spamming that smoker tad.
Full exec.
But for now, 9-10 is the one in the hot seat. There's going to be no time to adjust to this one. He's just got to nail the shots, and 1 kill. Sure, he at least keeps it even. But the rest of the Mongols are going to have to come rotating in. They try to take back this man advantage as Team Spirit get out through main.
Heavy team damage. And there's even a lurk. Magic says the backstab. The timing check is good though. Techno, that's a huge kill. Keeping Donut would be valuable. Team Spirit won't be able to get the bomb plant. With so many CT surrounding them, they need kills first and foremost. Chopper and Shiro searching desperately for them, but it's only the young AWP, and he will not be here for long. Great round for the Mongols as they once again fight back, breaking Spirit's money in a very uncomfortable point in the game. we really do have a match on our hands. Spirit not screaming any longer.
I mean, you know the one guy who can afford a gun in this round, and you couldn't write this if you tried, right? That's how you know it's real. So Donk actually is the one guy with enough cash to bring out an AK and armor here.
You know, I think I could write that. Heroic, if anything. 21 and 50.
Well, they're going to try to set him up, right? They just want to get this AK. They don't care like how they go about doing it. You're going to use gimmicks. You're going to use boosts. Anything you can to give Donk a little edge here to open up the round. But it was him who opened the round to break that streak in the first place, to find 11. And so they're putting full faith in him to do it again.
Yeah, what's the philosophy of this solo rifle, right? Is it pistols first, rifle trade, or is it rifle find guns for pistols? You could look at it either way. I'm guessing the latter because we have armored players. Zontic's Glock armor, he's going to pick this up.
You want Donk taking these fights. Pistols move up the ramp side. They get thrown into...
Oh, no.
It's awkward. They will trade one back, and that's the rifle gone. Now onto Zontix. Can he succeed where Donk fails? It's one kill off of the AK. All blind on the flashbang. Comes back in at the ramp. The bomb doesn't make it across yet, and so Senzu holding this line. Oh, he just looks away at the wrong moment.
2 bullets.
And Shiro's now found him. The bomb is still out in no man's land, but Team Spirit look like they want the kills. They want to win this one by fighting, and Shiro has got plenty of fight left in him. Tech9 on the swing, and a missed shot seals the deal on that round. And on the back of Shiro, on the wings of Shiro, Team Spirit move onto match point.
That was one rifle, and it wasn't even relevant. Pistols break their way through, push the Molotov, and Shiro clutches up. He had 2 bullets in the AK. He finds the long player, and as soon as you hear the AWP, he's pistol out, he's fast peeking, and to be honest, 910 has missed a lot of sitters in this series. Shiro knows he's going to miss that. 12-8, and Spirit ripe and ready to go to those group stages. We would want nothing less.
Oh, and you know, one thing that's just been so lovely about this.
That's a crazy statistic. Shiro has 35 clutches, 1 in Katowice, tied for second of all time with Nico and Crims. When you consider the length of his career in Katowice, paling in comparison to someone like Crims, that is unbelievable.
He is a very clutch player, you know, and
No
he
doubt.
showcases it in that round there.
2 in this map already.
This is a really heavy lean for the Mongols over towards B. They're kind of paranoid about this, and this can still work out for them. There can still be solace found in this heavy B lean, but it's going to hinge on uprooting the game plan of Spirit. You kind of need to take the fight to them right now, because you can't just sit back 3B forever.
Get out.
910 catching Shiro over here in mid. Blitz. Oh, there we are. The captain takes the helm of the ship and steers them on the right path. It's just Chopper and Donk. Chopper certainly has faith in his young prodigy. The Darth Sidious to his Vader. But how will they do? Donk boosted up, put in position to try secure some ground in at the A site. He is immediately snuffed out. The 910 AWP might have let them down in that last round, but it doesn't here. It's kept the Mongols in it for at least 1 more round.
Yeah, this is still a tight game. Don't doubt it. With the money in such a weird predicament, it might be Spirit having to play for the last round. I could see a world where they full buy here. Shiro's got 7 grand, but then you have 2 players with under 2,000 who are in forced buy territory. Donk on 14. The fact that they full eco this is pretty mad, but they're going to be able to drop guns over with Shiro buying multiple rifles next round, I presume. They're going to run right up B ramp, just try and limit test again. But you'd like to think that Mongols have learned from their mistakes. Great collateral, and the Deagle will do it dirty. Nice round out of Mongols. Just reassuring to see they don't get caught off guard by that potential. And now, the awkward thing is you still have 3 players who can't buy AK armor. And Shiro even buys the AWP. So it's going to be pretty mix and match here for Team Spirit.
Oh, Donk just threw his AK over to Magix. I wonder, what are the spawns like in this round? Magix did have a bit of a B spawn, but he got blocked on his teammate coming out. I feel like this is why he was given the aim.
It's not spawns.
Oh,
awkward.
Real rough start to the round for this hero gun, but still, he's going to try and map up the ramp. They gave Magix the AK. Let's see why. Couple of missed shots from Senzu. Donk leads the charge on the Galil. Missed shot from another AWP. It's all come undone right near the end of this attempt at the comeback. Unless Blitz can be the multi-kill man to keep the Mongols in it once more. Did it once over in the cave. Now he's going to have to do it in defense, in the retake of this B site. Shiro will get the bomb planted. Blitz has even given the Mongols a fighting chance, but will they be able to capitalize? Shiro waits, that flash gives rise to the peek out through long, and with Blitz gone, the captain removed, it's down to his second in command. Oh, 9-10 swinging out, and what a way, what a path to redemption for him after falling down to Shiro in the last clutch over here at B. This time he gets his revenge, and it's going to keep the Mongols hot on the heels of Team Spirit, hot on the heels of this overtime. The money gone for Spirit as they now have to cobble together a buy and try close this game out on Galils and Mac-10s.
Back-to-back high-impact round closes from the AWP of 9-10. That is just a fairy tale comeback for this player who has had some hard rounds in this series, especially that one-on-one against Shiro. And the Mongols keep breathing sighs of relief. Spirit keep rushing on this T side. Will that be their undoing? Mizzino pocketed in main with the AWP covering his back. This is a great position for Mizzino, but he is committed. AWP. No spots. Donk with a check, but it goes through the pot, and it's only a dink. 9-10, another chance. Can he live up to the hype?
Yeah, he just wants to get up, put as much distance as himself between that main and there as he can. Goes back in. His molly actually burns out Magix. This one's fallen apart. Team Spirit have actually had it done against them. They've had this comeback come through. They've had chances to deny it, but shut down every step of the way. And it's 9-10, the one who gave up that match point round to carry them through into overtime.
Unbelievable to think that he's like the better AWPer in this map, without a doubt, in terms of impact off of the AWP. Shiro's having trouble at the A site on CT side, getting locked out by these executes, but 9-10 is playing ahead of every bit of utility the Spirit are throwing. This smokes back in CT's flashes, doing nothing to stop him. This is a great comeback for the Mongols. You would have been very easy to write them off of this game with some of the dominant rounds that Spirit have had, with the lead they had. But this comeback on the CT side has been phenomenal. 8-4 and all the way back to overtime. When we hit OT, we get one more pause per team, so it will get immediately pocketed by Team Spirit, whose paciness has only been their undoing, more so in the post plants. They're at least getting into 3-on-3s, and that's, if anything, more credit to the Mongols that they can win these clutch late rounds. Can they keep them coming? Can they drag us to nuke, kicking and screaming? Oh, missed red smoke. That was an insta for Chopper. It does not hit. That will be a problem, or it won't be in the slightest. Donk uses it to his advantage. 2 instant kills, and you can't stop this kid.
That's absolutely wild. Donk is taking this OT personally. He wants this one over and done with. He thinks it should have been over and done with many rounds ago, but snuffed out by the AWP again. It's the AWPs providing for the Mongols. Magic's in at ramp. If he wins this fight, that's a route opened up, a route that did not exist previously. He's given a fighting chance to Team Spirit, taking all this space after the kill. Going to try and catch the AWPs as they rotate in. You know it's the double AWPs left in this retake.
Oh my goodness.
That leap through the smoke, just trying to dodge Magix. Now sees Senzu out on an island. They know this is a potential. He could have crossed into shore, and Magix snuffs him out. This is a Team Spirit round all day long, as good as 9-10's been. This is not a clutch he should ever stand a chance of winning, and Shiro makes it so.
That feels like such a huge problem for Techno to re-aggress there in a 3-on-3 on his own with no trade potential. He walks down ramp into them. And, you know, I feel like if that was Magix in that position, he'd be playing behind the cube. He'd be playing a retake round on his own. You know you can't get flanked with the AWP in window. And he goes right down into Magix. Great opportunity taken. Magix puts them to bed. Finds Spirit their first round in overtime. double orb continues, an expensive investment, but it was almost worth it. Oh my god, the unscope. They both miss. Back to the drawing board. 910 brings his crayons.
I mean, the last time we saw him attempt this run boost play, he got disrupted by a flashbang. He never even really got a chance to be involved, but in this round, he shut out Shiro. A huge piece to find here. The Orpers clash in a head-to-head up on the lane, and it's 910 to win it out. You said he felt like a better Orper than Shiro here on this second map, and he showcases it there, locking him out of the round.
Certainly had more impact. This is the most passive we've seen Techno in this position in a long time. Looking to just bolster the defense. They want to move together. 3 on default. They set back up. They give Blitz the orb. And Techno is poised for success.
Blitz collects one. Man, anyone can wield this orb right now. Give it to anybody on the Mongols and they'll find resolve. Oh, no! They'll recover. Might even be able to take it one step further here. Donk is low and burnt out by the molly, so the return to form is swift, and it is a flawless round for the Mongols to tie this game up.
Reassuring when you're buying double orbs as well, right? It's not like there's going to be anything missing from round 3 of the half, and sure, it goes both ways, but nothing feels worse than not being able to afford anything in overtime. This was awkward, but it was recovered well.
The Mongols,
and we saw
OT merchants, mate. I tell you what, they missed the 16-round win. And so they're looking to run it back here to lock in a third, deny Team Spirit that immediate berth into the group stage.
That'd be very impressive. Talk about resilience and mentality and holding on.
Yeah, I thought
easily argued this game was over.
I thought they were cooked, man. I thought it was done, like, especially after how dominant that opening map was. It takes a lot to try and rebuild yourself back in, but they've managed it thus far. Oh, that's a crazy opener.
That's full Peaker's advantage right there. There's no other way of looking at it. Even slightly further from the angle, but no. Unacceptable. Dom dead. Blitz bludgeons 2 in middle, and he even sees that AWP with the bomb. No reason to re-aggress. Techno looks for his, but again, doesn't need to commit to these fights. Shiro is sitting inside of a Molotov. They're getting desperate for a pick, and they need it. Magix might be the only man to do it. Ramp was open for a moment, but Techno's returned back to a nice passive position, playing retake on B. Mongols with a good setup. And Techno may get curious yet again. Could this be their undoing as the orb goes up?
No, you hear that scope in, you should never. You should never. Oh, he will, he tries, and thankfully Shiro misses the shot. Counts his lucky stars that he didn't just give that one away, and instead it's all left to these Cave players to try home in on Team Spirit. It's left in the 2v3, a man down, desperate times calling for desperate measures. 20 seconds left as they move up the ramp side. Shiro, he's had his clutches over here towards B, but this one with a player tucked in the site, unaccounted for. It's Blitz to help close out this first half of OT in the favor of the Mongols. And I think you've got to talk about Blitz right now. Yes. I think we've given a lot of attention to this double AWP between Senzu and 910, but Blitz, there's something to be said for the guy who's meant to be focusing on the big picture, the macro of the game. His ability to home in on these angles and deliver key multi-kills in dire situations is phenomenal. Yeah. I think that's his 3rd or 4th so far. And if he can keep this up, man, the Mongols are looking really good for a surprise win on Ancient to take us to a 3rd.
Donk's starting to look mortal. We're seeing faces of disappointment on, on his screen. Starting to get a bit frustrated, perhaps, with how these rounds are closing. They're going to go through the smoke. Donk was doing this all first half. He knows what's coming, but he gets stuck on the corner. He couldn't get to cover in time, and that is worth its weight in gold. Mongols explode out middle and look to split the A site. It's only Shiro. There's too many targets for just one man.
Yeah, he's got to literally go full sentry mode, and even then he's limited by the AWP in this instance. gets one kill from the guy. Magic's tried to lend a helping hand. The run through the molly is optimistic. Chopper's making a play, gonna deny this. Doesn't stop the plant, so now 9-10 has got to deliver in another clutch round for the Mongols. After his one fall down, this has been his bread, it's been his butter, but will this one be smooth as he's smoked off in the con, darts out into the site, now he's in their face. 9-10 just locked out, one shy of the 1v2 clutch that would have put the Mongols on match point. Instead, it's a tie game all over again.
This one's got it all. He had to go hero mode. He had to run through the smoke. They double smoke, and he's got an AWP in the post plant. No chance he wins that round unless he throws himself in. A nice attempt from the AWPer, but it's not today. It's not to be. Magic's also, his rotations to A have been really solid, offering a lot of supporting elements on CT, especially back in regulation to Shiro's AWP on big box. Able to get 2 kills there, poise them for that retake. 14 apiece. And the final tactical timeout you will see in this map has expired. Focus faces first to 16. We're going old school.
Team Spirit want to go back to trying to fight for this mid control early. They want to try and deny real estate to the Mongols, and Donk might have got caught off guard here in middle in the last round. He's not looking to repeat that here. Full bounty of util goes out, and they get their control of mid. They get their control of the lane. At this point, Chopper's got a lot of info to work with, but he might not have much time to adjust this setup to it.
Oh, this is a big fight, but they've got to flash to supplement it. Dodged and ready, finds that back player first. There's even a swing for the big box. Zontix is ready as well. And Spirit avoiding what could have been a disastrous beginning to the round. But this was so much more Spirit. Donk had support in middle at the start. They took B ramp as well. They don't play flustered or scared. And now they can just sit back and relax.
Hey man, I said it feels like anyone can use the AWP right now. Techno's even throwing his hat up into the ring here.
That'll be 5 players wielding it, or 4 rather, over the course of this game. Oh, Chopper can go as well down ramp if he wants.
This is really awkward. Techno's about to lose the bomb out on A, and just worlds apart from Blitz, who hadn't even really gotten into a position to sell or do anything over here towards B. That almost feels like a risk that Techno didn't ever need to take, and with 20 seconds left, you know, there's no winning this round for Blitz. He'll get finished off, and that there is Team Spirit finally reaching that match point again, 1 round away from victory. This time they're looking to leave that taste in the mouth that the Mongols did to Furia just yesterday, nabbing it from them in overtime. It starts with this from Shiro's AWP. And this whole play, the whole reason that Zontix isn't even expected there, it's all enabled thanks to this lane control that was taken right at the start of the round. They go back to their winning ways, their winning strategy of fighting for mid, denying control of lane, and then adjusting based on the info that they get.
Oh, we're going back to this, the full A rush. It's worked in regulation, but Zontix gets a molly down. Only one player can commit. There was no smoke in the play, and Zontix just spraying. They have to bail, but not only bail, they've lost util, they've lost time, and they've lost a player.
Yeah, they're now left in a 4v5, but with no smokes. They all have Molotovs, which sure might help them when they launch this exec, but the problem they're going to have, and the problem that's been the case throughout a lot of these T-sides up against Spirit, is they're very active. They're already roaming. They're already fanning out and piecing together where the Mongols are on the map. This large break in the action only amplifies Chopper's doubts that it's going to come back into A, and Team Spirit are poised beautifully to shut down a B play.
You mentioned no smoke. Shiro couldn't be in a better position right now to end this map. 9-10 may have beat him in some head-to-heads, but right near the end of the game, it's Shiro's name we'll remember.
Oh, interestingly enough, though, Team Spirit have just rededicated off of mid, back in a donut, and looked like they were kind of teeing up in preparation for an A hit. So in spite of getting that info that mid is cleared, because they don't have anything going on in main, there's still that element of doubt, that creeping doubt that the Mongols might just go back to the A play. The bomb swinging middle is risky. Blitz still gets out with his life in check. Shiro on this angle, nails 9-10, and even attempts to follow up on these cave players. Molly forces him out into the open. He's getting spammed, getting whittled down. Pressure is really on for Shiro. Needs to have some of it alleviated by Magix tucked in this corner, and now he will play his hand. Magix is revealed and dealt with immediately, but Shiro is still a threat. The threat that just keeps on denying the Mongols this space, and Team Spirit lock it in the full 30 rounds. They'll be going to the groups as they take out the Mongols in OT, and they do it 2-0.
Yeah, the Mongols may have proved they continue to be the bane of Brazil, breaking Furious back yesterday, but this CIS sensation of Donk and the boys have come through with exactly what we wanted. They go through the ringer, they get some stress there in the middle, but they come